Hello, how are you? I'm an insane chook, and this is Fumble and Fall while I draw. So this video, the story recording was about probably a little bit less than a month ago. It was recorded on the 14th of November. I haven't seen this cat ever since, so that's an update for it. But you will be listening to the rest of the story as it goes. I will also be very transparent here. This isn't tracing. This is, I found a picture of a cat, and then I'm breaking down the shapes without bringing up the picture. I'm sorry, I have it on the other monitor, but that's how you learn how to draw. You break down the shapes without absolutely tracing it. And that's how I got this picture of the cat. I was also doing rough coloring and everything, so everything about this is very... I just wanted to draw a cat to follow the story of a cat. You see? You know? Yeah. Also, copying drawings onto a separate piece of paper is a perfectly fine way of learning how to draw something. I get tired, if I don't practice sort of thing, you don't really know, so if you don't look at a reference picture and then break it down, it'll be impossible to learn. So I don't know, there's some weird purists out there who thinks that you can only learn if you draw it from life, but sometimes you're not you don't have an access to a cat or any normal animal or something, and it'll be very impossible, which is why we have reference pictures. Though now with AI, it's very annoying trying to find real pictures from fake pictures, because people just fill up everything, and it's just, I just want a real animal here, please. So there was a cat screaming at night at I don't know, close to 12 a.m. It was just screeching, yowling, and it was just so loud. I had my headphones on, and I could hear it past the headphones when I was just listening to music. I thought I was somebody in the house was watching cat videos at too loud of a volume. No, it wasn't that. Nobody was outside in the living room watching anything, so that's not where the noise was. Then I started putting my ear against the window, and I could just hear it screeching like mad. And so I started looking around, because here's the thing, there was a missing cat poster outside of my house, and I thought, what's the off chance of what if it could be that cat? Maybe I should try to look, being a helpful neighbor and stuff. And I was looking, I looked past the alley that's just between my house and the next house, and it's just no, there's no cat there, no cat on the fence, none there. Usually there would be. And I started looking. I even stepped outside the front to say, are you screaming from here? No, I can't hear you. You're very quiet. So I started walking around the house, went to my mom's room. It was getting louder there, and I asked her if she could hear the cat. My mom couldn't hear it, apparently, despite how loud it was. And I keep on looking. I go to the bathroom next to my mom's room. Super loud there. I really wanted to find this cat before it woke up the lightest sleeper in the house. I could already hear him slamming the window. And then I decided, if I can't see it in the front, maybe if I go to the backyard, I'll find it. I put on my shoes, go outside in the dark, and I look for it. And there I see it, screaming at the top of its lungs at my mother's window. The bright light just draping that cat as I saw this orange little short-haired cat screaming and screeching, yowling at the top of its lungs, and just staring at my mother's window. And then it notices me, and it stops, and tries to hide in the bush. And after a while, like, everybody coming to see it, it just like runs off to a neighbor's yard, and thought, I guess that'll be it for tonight. Sure, it won't come back. Guess what? Guess what it did? Couple of hours later, I think at probably 2 a.m, I was fast asleep, and suddenly I hear the most crazy yowling. I would say it's almost painful. It had me worried, but like after seeing how it was earlier on, knowing that it was perfectly fine, and like I thought it was dying or something. Yeah, no, it's fine. But it just came back at 2 a.m. just to keep on screaming. I bet, without a shadow of a doubt, it was probably screaming at my mum again. It is kind of funny. Because my mum is not the biggest animal-loving person. And especially in this whole house where almost everybody is like, oh, animal, let's go say hi. Well, at least me and my dad. My brother will only do that with dogs. He's not a huge cat fan. Probably because he hasn't had much interactions with cats. So, yeah. But it's even more funny because later in the morning I searched why is the cat yelling, and some of the results was maybe it's a territory dispute. There's not many cats here around here. All of them mostly being indoor cats as well. With the one cat that just lost, but I'm sure by now it's probably found. And that's another crazy thing. Like, the other thing that they say is pain. No, it looked fine. Then the most obvious result, because like they had like different tiers, the number one that was pointed out is it's a cat in heat yelling for a man. I hear people say orange cats are stupid. I thought it was a joke. It must be hyperbole or something. Nah, this is the dumbest orange cat I've ever seen. And it came to a house that has only owned dogs. Like, for 30 years, dogs only. Just dogs. And for this cat to just come up to our house to scream at the top of her lungs for a male cat in a house that only has the smell of dogs. No cats, mind you, no cats. Just screaming at the top of her lungs for a man. And when you realize, not only did she do that to a house that had no cats ever, in fact 2 dogs, and a third dog that would occasionally visit, and it chose to do that to the window of an elderly woman. I think you're broken. Or desperate. I don't know. But you're that desperate that you'll go to a non-animal fanatic. Scream at the top of your lungs for a man and a woman. It's just... You're not a very bright little thing, are you? You're not very bright. And that was my night. I just wanted to keep this video really short, like under 30, under my usual amount, basically, and I don't really feel like posting this picture up anywhere because I'm not prepared to be roasted alive by other people. So this is just gonna stay right here as a video between you and me. So there. I guess it's time to finish off the video and say goodbye. I don't think I'll ever see that cat again, so that'll be the end of that story. But I'll say goodbye now. Whatever. Sincerely, an insane chook.